So you're going to hear the truck a bit in the background?
Yeah, check.
Check.
Yeah, we can hear the truck.
I
You
think
can hear
this'll
some
work.
noise too, but your mic is a little off center.
Yeah, but you can still hear me, no?
I can, but
You going to make me hold it like this the whole
can
way?
you drive with one hand in this snowstorm?
I can do it.
Yeah, can you?
Well,
If we start spinning out of the control, you'll have to drop the mic.
okay.
If people at home hear a big thud and
Big thump.
screaming from me, then we know we've slid out of control.
Jesus.
So yeah, we're good.
Well, let's go. Let's do it.
All right.
Warning, this podcast will be an injurious waste of your time. Warning, this podcast will be an injurious waste of your time.
Yeah, good morning. I'll take a medium with 2 sugar and a medium regular, please.
DDT?
Duff, how are you?
Good. Live from the F-150 studio once again.
We are live from the F-150 studio in the middle of a snowstorm.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell the good listeners where we are?
We are in, we just passed Potsdam, New York, upstate New York.
I'm going to apologize.
Oh, you're apologizing?
Because
That's my job.
You're going to be doing the majority of the talking.
Oh.
Especially when I have to focus white-knuckled
I know.
on the road.
On the way down, we hit a blizzard. On the way back, it was fine, and now we've hit a blizzard again. And
State Highway 37, is it?
yeah, make sure you keep a eye on your speed.
Especially when those big buggers come by,
Oh,
eh?
jeez. Yeah. I
Wonder
don't know
if
what
the listeners
happened.
could hear that.
Yeah.
This is an
wow.
actual blizzard we're in right now.
Yeah,
folks.
this is the wind whipping up there. Is
It's been
that's
touch
why
and
they
go.
that's why they canceled the game in Buffalo today.
I thought they canceled it because they couldn't get the snow shoveled out of the stadium.
It's probably both.
Bit of both, eh?
Yeah, probably both.
Did you catch that KC game last night?
No, I did not. And it was minus 20.
It was entertaining just to have a look.
Yeah,
Apparently it was the 4th coldest NFL game ever.
I guess.
Any guesses where the coldest one was?
Buffalo? No, Minnesota?
Green Bay.
Yeah,
I think
Green
it was
Bay
Green
would've
Bay.
been-
Although
Green Bay would've been
Minnesota
Yeah.
was either number 2 or number 3, and the
Yeah.
third spot, or the second spot, was Cincinnati, believe
Cincinnati,
it or
eh?
not. Crazy, eh?
Well, I hear Miami lost, which
Miami
they
lost.
were 0-10 going into that game in a cold weather game. So I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Although they must play as
Yeah, but-
visitor in cold
Yeah, but you
climates from time to
practice in
time.
warm weather all the time,
Yeah,
whereas
it's
the other
not the
teams
same.
get. Well, it broke here a bit. You can see again.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So yeah, we were just on my way down to drive my daughter back to her college near Lake Placid.
Back to PSC.
For the good listener, back to Paul Smith's college.
Love our trips to PSC.
I know you
DDT.
love it. Yeah, I know.
You know what the best part of today was so far?
What's that?
You know,
Oh, the cafeteria.
the free lunch.
The free lunch at the PSC cafeteria.
The PSC cafeteria, which was
Yeah.
not in full operation
It wasn't.
today, but they were in partial operation.
Partial.
Because
yeah.
I guess all the varsity athletes are back on campus.
Yeah, they're there, yeah.
So they had a limited menu.
Chicken sandwich.
Slow down.
Nice. What?
They had the soup.
Oh yeah,
They had the soup. They had the salad.
yeah.
They had the onion rings, roasted veggies, fries, and the chicken burgers.
The chicken
Now he also
plus
said, our new buddy
brownies.
that seemed to recognize you.
Yes.
He's like, how
No-
come I only see this guy every once in a while for his free lunch?
He didn't recognize me from the podcast either.
Yeah. He didn't know your voice.
No.
What if you walked up to him and said, I apologize?
Then he would have known.
Then he might have said, oh, you're that guy.
You're the CCC guy.
Yeah, well, he said he would have whipped me up a roast beef sandwich or
Did he really?
a grilled cheese even.
Seriously?
Yeah, he was like personalizing the service today.
I didn't know that.
So no, I love it, and if we haven't said this before, we'll say it now. It's a beautiful cafeteria
Shout out to the
overlooking the lake,
yes,
a frozen Adirondack mountain lake,
Yes.
log cabin.
yes.
Like, come on.
And my daughter does not like it there.
And she doesn't. She seems a little grumbly from
She
time
was,
to time.
yeah, she was a bit grumpy this morning.
I
I
don't
guess
get it.
after almost a month of being home,
Yeah.
spending time with her
Yeah,
better half,
sure.
that
Well,
she's
can you
kind of sad to
imagine?
go back.
Look how easy would it be for you or me, or most of our listeners, to wake up in the morning and your sole foci
Okay.
is to
Is that how you say
play
plural?
hockey,
Yeah,
eat, and maybe study a bit.
exactly.
I could handle that.
Yeah. I don't know what she's complaining for.
I don't know. Anyhow, what else do we have on the agenda for
Oh, yeah,
today?
I got to get out the agenda. Since
As
I'm
we
technically...
roll into the
Canton.
eastern limits of Canton soon,
We just
as
did.
denoted by that giant
Flag?
USA flag. Look at it whipping in the breeze, man. That's one of the
it's-
bigger flags
That's
I've
a
seen.
huge flag, eh?
That's bigger than the Walmart flags.
It's that Fraser Motors
Shout out to Fraser Motors.
with the big flag. Yeah.
You buy 'em, we stab 'em.
FraserMotors.com.
Yeah, you stab
There's
'em,
no
we
cars
slap
there,
'em.
though. Keep your eyes on the road,
Good
Duff.
business. Oh yeah, sorry. CN rail cars. See that puppy? Down
Yeah,
there?
I saw
That's
that.
neat, eh?
Yeah. So we have quite a bit on the show today, on our list as we were compiling our list.
Remind me
driving
of the
here.
list, and then maybe I get to pick where we start.
So we started with PSC Trip Cafeteria. The
Oh.
guy did recognize me, as you
So
mentioned.
we already got that one checked
Yeah.
off. What else do we got?
Money does matter.
Oh, money
Remember our
matters.
segment, Money Doesn't Matter?
Money doesn't
Well, apparently
matter.
it does matter after
Ah,
all. Yeah.
So you basically have an update for us.
I have an update.
From the home front, and
Yeah.
the money matters, money doesn't
We,
matter.
we touched on the snowstorm that we're driving through, on
Good
and off.
Lord. This is quintessential snow squalls, I guess
It
you'd
is,
call
yes. Your Rich Life, so more money stuff. That's maybe
it's-
money and a Duff's
It's
pick.
kind of a slash Duff's pick, new series,
there.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Your Rich
Oh,
Life.
yeah, apologies.
Okay.
I should apologize to the good listener from coming to you from the F-150 studio with not much
Where you're
happening.
hearing the rumbling of every gear change. no doubt.
Exactly. Usually when we recorded here in the past,
We were stationary.
stationary, not doing nothing.
This is our first moving podcast.
It is.
Oh, what if I have to get gas?
Oh, God. Are you low?
Are you going to follow me around with the mic?
No.
Interview me?
Looks like the gas went down here too, eh?
Yeah.
That's good.
$3.40 a gallon, not bad.
Oh, yeah, my bathroom reno
That'll cost you
update.
less. Bathroom reno update. I can't wait. I'm
Sens.
sure the good
we're
listener
gonna
is
talk about
excited.
the Sens beating the last place team
Yeah, so
barely.
you know what? If there's
0-5 on the
we-
road trip.
If we run out of time on the show, I know which one we can forget about talking about.
Oh, God. EVs?
EVs.
Yeah.
Now, I brought that up because off air, it seems we talk a lot about EVs.
We do, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Dad Bod's concert last week.
Yes.
Yeah,
Good show, I heard.
yes.
I heard your
It's a lot
wife
of fun.
say, you don't suck as bad as you always say.
Yeah, but she doesn't know music, so
Yeah.
we do suck as bad as I
And
say.
she had a few drinks to get through the show.
She did have a...
Were
The
the
the drummer's wife
Yeah.
there filled up her rum and coke with
Nice. I
more
was gonna
rum
say,
than coke.
Were the other spouses into the sauce too?
Yeah, they
Okay.
were, yeah.
So it was an audience of 3?
Audience of 4 or 5.
4 or 5? Okay.
Four.
Somebody left halfway through?
No,
Okay.
yeah. We have...
To the left, we have the world famous St.
St.
Lawrence
Lawrence.
College disc golf course.
Yeah,
Targets are up, even in the snow.
there you go.
I'm going to drag you out there one of these times.
We were supposed to go to Lake Placid to do a bit of skating, but with the snow...
Yeah, long story.
yeah.
Cutting the trip short, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it would have been fun. It's just, can you imagine coming back through those squalls in the dark?
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
No merci.
No. Weird jobs you've had.
That's a great topic.
Yeah.
Sadly, I didn't research it, though. I'm going to have to think
Yeah,
back.
that was a spur of the moment because we were
I
talking
like
about
it,
our...
though. I've had a lot of good jobs.
daughter's
I can think of some
jobs.
bad ones.
Yeah.
Or
And
maybe
then-
just some bad parts of good jobs.
Yeah, and then the businessman's lunch.
Yeah, I'm not even familiar with it. You're going to bring us all up to speed on that one.
I mean, we won't... well, who knows if we'll get all to these topics.
Well, we'll get to the, what do you call it? The businessman's?
Businessman's lunch.
We'll get to the businessman's lunch before we do any Sens talk. I guarantee you of that.
okay. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So what do you want to start with?
Let's start off with the Your Rich Life.
Your Rich Life. Well,
Slash
okay, yeah.
Money Matters.
Yeah.
Why don't you start off with the Money Matters
Well,
kind of summary?
our
I'll go from
news
there.
segment we introduced
Money doesn't matter.
was Money Doesn't Matter, and that whole thing came up because of
It only took a week for some people to realize that it does matter.
Well, my lovely wife
Yeah.
was the money doesn't matter part.
Yeah. Let's just buy it. Let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's buy it. And
So after
then money
seeing
didn't matter. And then,
after seeing our last credit card bill, apparently again money does matter.
gotcha.
You know.
That's when it really matters. Because
Yeah.
then things like interest matter too.
Well, we paid the whole thing off.
20%.
I think that's why she was kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to say the amount, but it was quite substantial.
Oh, it
You know, you've got.
it was substantial.
Yeah, you've got the
Christmas
Christmas
goodies.
stuff. Yeah.
And
Plus, we're doing that trip to Italy,
so you
right?
had some flights on there,
Had
maybe.
stuff like that on
Yeah.
there. So apparently,
Trip to Italy. That's a topic for a future cast.
oh God, she's like, money does matter.
Of course it does.
I was kind of like, well, it doesn't matter, and then she got angry at me.
Ah.
It does matter.
She
Oh,
might
wait
have
a
gotten
second.
angrier if you would have said, "Oh, money matters now, doesn't it?"
I did not say that.
You didn't even allude to the
I did
previous
not.
money
No.
doesn't matter. Okay.
No, because I didn't want to
Inflame the
inflame
situation.
it. Exactly.
You didn't want to add gas to the fire.
No,
Here's a quick one for you.
runner.
Why do people run or walk on the road when there's a sidewalk?
Because if you look at the sidewalk,
Oh, he's got a Leaf shirt on. Never mind.
did he?
Yeah, that explains it. Yeah.
Well, the sidewalk is full of snow. They haven't cleared them here.
Yeah, but come on, that guy's taking his life into his own
Oh,
hands.
I know, right? At least he's running on the right side of the road, though.
Is there a right side of the road
Yeah,
to
because
run
you're
on?
supposed to, when you're walking on the road, you're supposed to walk on
Facing traffic?
facing the traffic,
Huh.
not with the other. So he was.
Yeah,
on.
so money matters then.
So money matters.
Yeah.
Money does matter in the end, I suppose, more than it doesn't matter.
Well, I'll tell you how much it matters, DDT. There
When-
is a wonderful new series, at least to us on Netflix, called, now don't quote me, I think it's called Your Rich Life. And it's
Yeah.
about this guy who's a bit of a financial guru. He's very smart and he's very common sense. And I can't say I've learned a lot from it, but it's entertaining because
Well,
he basically goes around and gets the financial story of couples.
right.
How much they make, how much they spend, you know, what their debt is, everything.
Right.
They agree to give him full access for the show, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And then he gains all the data he can, and then he sits down with them and tries to fix their situations.
Yeah.
Highly, highly entertaining.
Good luck with that, right?
Yeah, because not only, like, you might think, oh,
You might want a break.
I am slowing down gradually.
I know.
Because you might think it's just going to be a bunch of poor people that have no hope, but he,
I like the one that you were telling me about
yeah,
earlier.
like the rich lady.
Yeah, the rich lady with 250K.
Oh God.
Or no, there was even the richer lady.
No. The one you like. Okay, and I'm not going to bore
Yeah.
the listener here with every scenario,
Yeah.
but yeah, he'll have rich clients, poor clients, regular, like all over the map. And this one particular couple was a wealthy female, let's say, who was probably 30. They had 2 kids actually.
30?
This couple, 30-ish. I don't know.
Okay.
Why are you so surprised at 30?
Well, to make 250K at 30.
Yeah,
seems
so
bit
she's
young.
a software sales lady.
Yeah, sales
and
maker. Yeah.
she was making
She's
about
good at sales.
sales, $250,000 a year. He was
He's an
a
engineer.
stay-at-home dad
Yeah, but he's an engineer by
who's a computer engineer by trade who,
Yeah.
you know, by the end of the show ended up trying to get back into the market because this is what the guy was suggesting.
Right.
But he was basically saying goodbye to $70,000 a year
Right.
to stay at home.
U.S.
Now, U.S. Now, most couples would. That'd be a dream, wouldn't it?
He was a
Like,
handmaid.
He was a man-made.
Oh.
Yeah. Pretty much, though. Yeah. So this lady,
One
like,
eye.
this was classic, though.
Duff
Under the eye.
under the eye. One eye.
Blessed day.
Blessed day. Blessed
God
be thy
willing.
fruit.
Be the fruit.
Yeah.
He, like, in most scenarios, even the wife of much lower earning man, let's say in a family, reciprocally would have a bit of, let's say, spending money, right?
Yeah.
She'd have some sort of
Well,
say in the relationship,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So this was awful. Like, it started out, they were fighting about money all the time. And what it stemmed down to was the fact that because she was the sole income earner, even though he was doing all this important work at home,
Yeah.
he had zero say in the spending of any money.
Yeah.
He didn't even get so much as a stipend.
talk about like totally reversing the situation,
it was awful.
right?
It was awful.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, this guy goes over everything. And to boot, they were having financial troubles.
Oh boy.
So there you go, right? Some of us think, wow, imagine if our household brought in, $250K from one earner. How could we not make that work?
Yeah.
But yeah, they struggled with that. Really obvious fixes. And then there were other scenarios with even richer people.
Well, I like the other one that you were
The
saying.
other one with the poorer people. There was a couple.
Well, no, I like the one that you were saying with the rich lady.
Oh,
I said, well,
yeah.
what income does she have? How does she make her money?
Yeah.
And
from
you were
child
like,
support.
child support.
Well, real
$30,000 a month.
$30,000 a month is what this
Who
poor
was she
lady
married
had
to? Like Musk?
They don't get into all that.
Elon Musk?
Yeah. But this poor lady could
Richard
barely
Branson?
make ends meet on $30,000 a month.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And she wouldn't pay the tuition
Of her
for
daughter.
college for her daughter, which is supposedly
What the child
the
support
whole
is for?
reason what it's for.
Yeah.
So anyways,
Deadbeat mom.
and then what kicked that one up real quick was she sold the house they were in Beverly Hills for $2.15 million, and then it was being managed by her accountant while they looked at buying another house downsized out in the burbs or something.
Right.
And the guy
He was managing it for 1%.
Yeah, for 1%, and she wasn't investing it. It was getting her like $5,000 a month interest, and she was happy with that.
Oh boy.
Whereas we hashed it back and forth a bit on the way down.
Yeah.
And if you had 2 million Canadian,
Yeah.
and you invested it in a nice, simple, dividend yielding stock like a smart center
Yeah.
at 15 cents a share every month, you would be making how much? Do you remember?
I think we said 10,000 a month.
On $1 million. So
Yeah.
20,000 a month
No, we said 10.
on $1 million.
Oh, there was 2 million, right?
2 million,
Yes.
no,
Yeah, she was 2 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because I said realistically, no one's getting that. So
Yeah, 20,000 a
for some
month.
reason, one of our listeners could bank it up to $1 million.
Yeah.
You could call it a day and get 20,000 a month in dividends.
Yeah, exactly.
So, anyways, the point is, lots of good education for the rich. Real quickly, the poorer couple, the couple that had the storage unit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this
$400 a month in storage.
This is why I'm saying we're not learning much, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's a good reminder how simple things maybe you don't notice
What's-
really hurt.
Well, what's the stupidest thing that you're paying for on a monthly basis?
Great question.
Eh? Like if they're absolute.
It's the friggin' monthly subscriptions for sure, right? I wouldn't say any particular one, but what I would say is it's redundant.
Yeah.
A family like us, we've got the Apple, the Netflix, and the Prime all at the same time.
Yeah.
Whereas you're only watching one at a time.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think we need to go back to a rotating cycle. We used to have this little system where, you do one for a couple months, then stop it, and then do another one. But we've kind of
Try to
kept all
catch up
three rolling.
on shows.
Yeah, we've kept all three rolling.
Yeah.
You?
I think my stupidest one is the subscription I pay to The Athletic.
I was going to say Sirius.
Well, Sirius I kind of like because I use that every day.
What's the Athletic cost every month?
$9.99.
See, I like the theory of that.
Yeah.
You're paying for good content.
But I never read it, or rarely ever read
Well,
it.
then it's a stupid buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, so it's like $9.99 a month, $10 a month. That I could probably, that's not gonna. It's not gonna put a dent in my horrible
It friggin' adds up though, right?
my credit card bill, but
that's a bad one because it's just totally not even being used.
yeah, I should because I got it because I like Ian Mendez. You know,
Same. Yeah.
he's a good writer. He's good.
Yeah.
He's a friend.
It's funny. The
Like to
guy
read
on
his
the
stuff.
show, you're doing exactly what the guy on the show says too many people do.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
What's that?
You don't care about the money because you know what it's going to? It's going to a real nice guy.
It is. Yeah.
And he's like, I'm a nice guy. Why don't you just give me $50 a month?
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of the logic. And he gets people thinking. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And usually that is...
well, it keeps Ian employed.
yeah, but usually it's more like people you actually know. Like, it's somebody doing work for you, or it's an investment advisor, life insurance people that, your parents used and now you're using. And it's like, you know what? You don't need it at all.
Should I just contact Ian directly and say, here, I'll give you $9.99 a month?
You could take Ian out for breakfast.
Hey?
Yeah, once
Here,
every
Ian.
couple of months.
Instead of
there you
like
go.
The Athletic reading your stuff there, I'll just give you the money
the problem
directly.
is it's not going to Ian. Surprise, surprise. Ian might get 50 cents out of that.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyways, I hear you. You're probably not the only one.
But I mean, that's not that stupid of a thing. Like, I don't know what would be, there's people.
It's not that
I
stupid,
wonder what,
no.
if you're out there listening, what is the stupidest thing that
Yeah.
you pay for on a monthly basis?
Reach out to us through the
Yeah.
chats.
I don't know
Yeah.
what any of our contact information is.
I wonder if they
That's
buy
JB's
stuff.
department, who's not
Yeah.
obviously here with us
I wonder
today,
if they
but
buy silly things in Romania.
probably.
Yeah.
It's all over the world.
That's Podbeansky Central.
It is, yeah.
Romania? Haven't
But
heard
seriously,
haven't heard squat from those people. in a
no,
long
I
time.
know. But seriously, like $400 a month for storage is
Yeah, let's
quite
as we
ridiculous.
wrap up the
quite
Your
ridiculous.
Rich Life. It's definitely a pick of mine for the week. I strongly recommend it.
Well, it all
Even
ties.
if you sorry.
It all ties into the money. Actually,
Yeah, it does
matter, right?
Yeah, it does. And even if you
Yeah.
don't need financial guidance at this time, it's
Yeah.
highly entertaining, and it'll reinforce some of your beliefs for sure.
You kind of look at it going, Jesus.
Well, I just thought the most entertaining part was this couple
Yeah.
that you allude to. They had a storage unit, so they're making average money. Like they're bringing in $3,000, $4,000 a month total between the two of them.
Yeah.
And the guy again has access to everything, so he goes through the bank accounts, the salaries, the expenses, the debt, and he's like, he always has these questions when he meets them first. So he's like, you say you make this much money, but I only see one bank account.
Yeah.
And he goes, how many bank accounts do you guys have? And the girl goes, oh, I have 4 or 5. And he's like, what? Then he goes, oh, I have. And then the guy goes, I have 8 or 9. He's like, okay, well, there's job number 1. We're gonna simplify that.
The only thing I think it's better to have money in more banks than it is to have in just
I think in the
one.
States,
and maybe
Yeah.
put a little under your mattress as well.
I think in the States, when banks are so willy-nilly, anybody
Yeah.
can open a bank, right?
Yeah.
And your money, yeah. So maybe there's a bit of that. To
They're
that
not so
logic.
much secured down there.
No,
But if you have more than $100,000 in bank in Canada and it goes
Yeah.
somehow goes under, you're going to be losing out.
well, we're secured up to $60,000, right, per account.
I thought.
So I
oh,
could,
okay, yeah.
I could see people having multiple accounts here if they were worried about
If
that.
they're
but
if they have that money.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that was the funny part number 1. Funny part number 2 was the
Yeah.
storage unit.
Oh,
The
yeah.
guy had a bunch of shite
Yeah.
in a storage unit, and he was
Yeah.
paying $400 a month.
That's crazy.
And the guy looked at him and said, "You got to be kidding me."
Yeah.
So step 1 is you are going to get a smaller storage unit for $150 a month,
Yeah.
and then we'll still talk. So he did that, and then by the end of the show, it showed him and his wife
At the flea market.
in a flea market
Yeah.
with all their crap
That's
trying
funny.
to sell. Yeah, no, it's a good show. Highly recommend it.
Yeah. So what's it called again?
It is called. I think it's called Your Rich Life.
Your
on
Rich Life.
Netflix.
Well, I'll check that out, people.
Yeah. What else we got on the
Oh,
agenda
my
today?
phone's dying too. But we've got that's good. Bathroom reno update.
Oh God, help us!
Jeez.
I'll put 2 hands on the wheel for the next
Oh
couple
my
minutes.
God. Yeah, like I said last week on last week's show, right? Oh, there you go. He's dropped the mic. If you heard that. So on last week, don't
I got the mic back.
you rub your
Tell
crotch
it.
with the mic.
Tell us your story.
I can't after that. So anyway, the bathroom reno. So like I said last week, you start it, you have really good intentions. So you look at it, it's not such a big job, right?
We heard all
5 by
this last
6,
week.
yeah.
DDT.
Well, finally.
This is
finally.
the bathroom reno update.
Yeah,
not
this
the
is the update,
bathroom
yeah.
renovation story.
Well, the update is
Yeah.
that I finally got off all the old flooring and was finally able to
That's
cut out
good.
some of the water damaged flooring made from my toilet and shower.
Yeah.
And now I'm ready to. So it's going to take me at least another. Tune in next week for the next update.
So,
You know,
how much time do you find each day to work on this? And is
I
it
don't
after
find a
your
lot of
work
time.
day?
I'm getting in crap from my wife for
Yeah.
not working on
So
it.
the bathroom's out of commission, right?
It is out of commission. She's getting upset with all
Okay.
the stuff in our bedroom.
But will you find half an hour each night to work on it, or
I should. That's
is it
no.
a weekend thing?
Yeah, mostly a weekend thing, and then I'm so busy I only work on it for half
You got to
an hour.
work on it when we get home.
Well, I worked on it Friday night,
Ugh.
and then I worked on it a bit yesterday, and that's why I'm saying I've got all the stuff out I need to. Now I just need to
Okay.
do some replacement flooring, subflooring in there.
It never
Oh,
ends.
this never ends. It's just, it was
So
my.
I suppose it's a cost-saving hack. You're doing it yourself, right?
Oh, it was saving a lot of. Well, she's threatening me to bring in a contractor to get it
Oh,
finished.
no.
Oh.
The
you know.
dreaded threatening of
Ah.
bringing in someone else, eh?
That's it. You know what I like about upstate New York
What?
is seeing the Amish
Oh, I know,
in
eh?
their buggies.
And we just saw a little bit of that.
We're seeing one
rolling
coming up on
through
one.
Flackville right now.
Is this Flackville?
Flackville.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh,
We're coming up on a
look
buggy.
what we got ahead.
Yeah, that's
Coming
what I'm
up on
saying.
a buggy, folks.
Coming up on a
You
buggy.
didn't see that buggy from back there, though.
I did.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Over those 2 hills.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I believe you.
Yeah, there it is. The
Look at
nice.
that.
It must be cold though. Oh, they got it all.
That's a brown horse. You don't see a lot of those.
You don't see too many brown horses?
No. Not
Oh, a
around
lot of
here.
horses are brown. What color would you see?
Not that black.
Black?
They're black.
No.
Yes.
I've seen
Ponies
more.
are black around here.
I've
aren't
seen
they?
more brown than black horses.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I don't know. It's the first one I've seen in a while.
Stay to the right of the center line.
Yeah. I was. You didn't hear this. Did you?
I did hear that.
Okay.
Yeah, the rumble strip.
Yeah, no, I like the Mennonite country. I like the laid back look of the life up here. Eh?
It is pretty laid
Just
back
seems
up here.
seems laid back. Cost of living seems low. I mean, there's a little bit of rural poverty, that's for sure.
Oh, some of the houses.
Some of them look pretty rough.
You're
You were
wondering
saying
how
earlier,
they heat them, eh?
Yeah, you were saying
Yeah.
earlier they look friggin' cold. eh?
Cold, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of cold,
There's Billy Raps. How about that?
Bill Rapp Chevrolet.
Bill Rap.
If ever my Impala breaks down, I know where to bring it.
Yeah, Billy Rap.
Speaking of cold weather, we talked about this a little bit. I asked you your opinion
Oh, this
on
this is what we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Well,
weather.
we're talking about both about heat pumps and electric vehicles,
yes,
EVs,
yes.
in the cold weather. As we know, how come I feel like we're pulling at straws this show?
Because we're doing it
Because we're pulling
from
at
the
straws?
F-150 studio
Yeah,
on the
while
fly,
driving, yeah.
and you're being asked to lead it because I'm kind of trying to drive here.
That's true.
So I'm just here to contribute. You got to take the lead, and then I'll just contribute.
I'm trying to take the lead, but I'm more of a contributor.
Exactly.
I
That's why
think,
it's
eh?
so hard today.
Yeah. Our roles are reversed. here.
Anyhow, I can help you out on the EV thing.
Yeah, so
Heat
like we're
pumps.
saying,
Basically, you're not a fan of none of it. And
Well-
every time I try to educate you or say where they're
Yeah.
good, you still have doubt.
well, here's the thing. So as we know, if people don't know, Canada out west is experiencing a polar vortex.
It's
a
chilly.
new name for it.
Yeah.
It's-
I like to
it's-
think of it as winter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edmonton, Alberta, Canada was minus 49 degrees Celsius,
Without the wind chill.
I think.
Because we've run into this problem lately where they friggin' report
The wind
stuff,
chill.
including the wind chill,
Yeah.
just to make it sound cold.
Colder. Yeah. So anyway, they're experiencing that type of weather all out west. Now, I've been reading online about a little bit about heat pumps and EVs
Yeah.
during this freezing polar vortex period out in Alberta,
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I'm getting mixed reviews on both, really.
Well, there's
Some people
nothing-
are saying
yeah.
that they hate their EV because they're sitting in there charging it up
Yeah.
with the heaters running
Yeah.
while they're trying to charge it.
Yeah.
Seems like an oxymoron to try
It's
to
ridiculous.
a little redundant.
They're
but,
dummies
you know,
doing that. Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
And then the heat pump. Don't
That's
blow-
something we're never going to be able to fix with this show, right? You know that?
I know.
Is stupidity.
Yes.
Like, it's there. We're not fixing it.
No, even though
Okay.
how much we talk about our money cost-saving hacks and
All we
investing and stuff like
all
that.
we do is try to help people.
That's what we should
Yeah.
do.
That's all we do.
That's what we should. Remember, we were trying to think about what we should change the show to.
Oh.
We should be a
We're-
show.
Something about we're here to help.
We're here to help.
But you
Let
buggers
us-
won't just let us help.
Let us know your
let
problems.
me help you.
Exactly.
What can we do?
Please write
Yeah.
to Cop Car Coffee
Yeah. What
at
do we need to do?
Gmail, I think it is. Let us help you. How can we help you, people?
Yeah.
Because we're all about solutions
Yeah.
on Cop Car Coffee.
Yeah.
We're all about the solutions. We're here to help you.
But they've got
And
to
it's-
want to make change.
and it's
We
that's
can lead.
very
We can
true.
lead these brown horses to water.
but we can't make them drink.
We can't make them drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're here to help you. We'll listen to your problem.
Yeah.
We'll come
We'll
up with a
educate.
solution. We're all about
Yeah.
solutions.
We'll
on Cop Car
educate. No politics here
Coffee.
whatsoever.
No politics. No politics.
And then it's ultimately up to you to make those changes.
exactly.
So
and
the heat
we'll
pump.
follow up with you
Yeah, we'll
after.
follow up.
Yeah.
We're here. We'll definitely follow up.
free of charge.
free.
Yeah.
The heat pump,
Yeah.
of course, they don't work when it's minus 80. They
Right.
just don't.
Right.
What they do is this is where the non-scientists in the crowd will struggle to believe this.
Thermodynamics.
There is heat in cold air. There is heat in all air. The colder you get, the less heat there is. You
Right.
with me so far?
Yeah.
Now,
Gotcha.
our Celsius scale is very confusing because when people see temperatures in the negative, they think, oh my God, there's no heat there at all. But if you've ever heard of the Kelvin scale,
I know the Kelvin scale very well.
what's
you
it
very
start
much.
at? What's it start at?
It's in the thousands.
No, it starts at 0.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
It goes
you're
from
right.
0
Yeah.
up.
I
So,
deal with it in the thousands. That's why.
Oh, okay. You deal with the Kelvin scale.
I do
you?
because here's the thing that you might not know about video cameras.
Okay. Oh.
Something called the white balance,
Ah.
and it deals in Kelvin scales, which
Wow.
lighting
Gotcha.
deals in Kelvin scale, which is the color temperature of lighting.
Jeez. There you go.
Right. So a tungsten light, which
Yeah.
is what your light bulb, your
Yeah.
old school light bulb would be,
Gotcha.
would be about 25 to 2700 degrees Kelvin. And what that means is it's going to be very orange.
Fascinating.
But sunlight
yeah.
is in the range of 5600 degrees Kelvin,
Okay.
which is a blue light.
fascinating.
Yeah. So when you're dealing with television and film cameras,
Yeah.
you're taking into consideration the color temperature.
Is this the sort of
your
crap you
lighting.
were talking to the camera crew at the college
Oh
about?
yeah. No, not really.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
look
I'm
at
looking
that.
forward to that.
Look at that storm up there. Yeah. I
What
think
is that like? Is that a tornado
I don't know.
or is that a fire?
Snowtornado.
Snowtornado. Could be a
So
fire.
back to our
Oh,
whole,
sure. Yeah.
heat pump discussion,
Thermodynamics.
though.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a scale, and just because water happens to freeze at 0 and thaw at 0 doesn't mean there's not heat properties in cold air.
Right.
So what a heat pump does is it extracts the heat that does exist in air at, let's say, minus 10, minus 15,
Yeah.
and it condenses the heat that's in there and pushes
Yes.
it out to warm an area or warm a volume.
Yes.
Okay? So they do, in fact, work really, really well, especially if you're dealing with winters, in the minus 10, minus 15 range. So they are perfect, let's say, for the southern states, up through Washington maybe.
Yeah.
I would go as far as to say even like Southwest Ontario, Vancouver Island, Vancouver.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Now, do they work well even in Ottawa and Northern Ontario or Edmonton? They will work when the temperatures are no colder than minus 20. When it's minus 30, they're useless for sure.
Right.
Which, as you like to say, you need a backup.
You need a backup
Or whatever,
You
which is
always-
fine, right?
You have to have your backup
Yeah.
installed.
So having a heat pump, even in cold places, can make sense.
Yeah.
If you have a backup, especially if that backup were cheap, like a wood stove, or I don't know, if you're in northern Quebec where the electricity's cheap, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. But having a heat pump as your sole heat source in a cold climate, no, it
Yeah.
doesn't make
Doesn't
a ton
make
of sense. That's
too
all.
much sense.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on the border. We made good time here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna pull off here and
What do you want
not
to do?
rush things,
Pull it off?
unless we're just gonna abruptly say that's Cop Car Coffee.
No. You want to pull
Okay.
it off, and then
We'll pull off. We'll get some fuel,
yeah.
and
We'll put it on pause for a minute.
you're welcome to get another coffee if you like or anything.
I'm okay. We're gonna stop at the Timmy's up here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I
So
don't think we have to pause it though. Well, how long are we? What are we looking at right
that's
now?
thermodynamics. Correct.
I suppose. But what are we looking at for time for the show?
33 minutes.
33. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we can chat a bit.
Actually
and
made
then
good
call it a
time
day.
coming up through the
foothills of the Adirondacks.
the border there with that snowstorm and
Yeah.
stuff. Surprised we didn't drive off. With
I'm
you.
glad we are where we are at this time, though.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
I'd like to try this Asian buffet. All you can eat.
It's definitely there.
Yeah.
It's always there.
One time. Let's pull in. I'll put it on pause here for a second. Are we gonna be?
You
caught?
pausing it right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit pause. Okay.
Okay, I'm glad that cop didn't see me driving with a mic up to my
Yeah,
mouth.
I was gonna think. Is that
I wonder if that's considered distracted driving.
Exactly. All right, I'll
Ugh.
pause.
Ciao.
And we're back.
That was quite eventful.
How was
Wasn't
that?
it? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We gassed up. I gave you another math lesson. Should we share that one with the listener?
Sure.
DDT
Yes.
thought that $3.40 a gallon was $1 a liter Canadian.
Yeah.
But it's not.
No.
Well,
Actually,
maybe
no.
I'm making a mistake too, though.
I don't know.
So I took the 3.40 a gallon US, okay, and I multiplied it by 1.3.
I think it's more close. I think it's closer to
5.
1.4.
Okay,
The exchange rate.
4.59. So $4.59 Canadian per gallon, divided by 3.7. I believe there's 3.7 liters in a gallon.
Right.
I know people say 4 sometimes, but I think it's 3.7. Okay?
Okay.
And that gives us $1.24 a liter,
Let me just.
which I think makes sense because it's not a huge savings, but it's definitely less than what we're paying back home, no?
Right. Well, it is less. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think we're paying 130-ish.
135, yeah. So if I'm saving 10 cents a liter, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's not that great.
So that was part of the event that the good listener missed out on. And the fact that I had to put the gas
You're
in the
right.
truck.
3.785 liters per 1 U.S. gallon.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I just did a fact check.
Well, it's almost
Fact
3.8.
check.
Good fact check.
Fact check. Fact check.
Thank you.
So yeah, there was gale force winds blowing in my face,
Yeah.
and these
pretty bad.
people got rid of the locking nozzle just like back home. They used to have locking nozzles down here,
Oh, yeah.
so I had to stand there.
No,
in
if
the
you go to
wind.
Petro-Canada, you can do a locking nozzle.
In Ontario,
Yeah.
you're kidding me.
No.
Must be the only one around.
Totally serious.
Really?
Every Petro-Canada has a locking one.
I wonder why. I never knew that.
Yeah.
See, I don't get gas there.
I do.
Huh.
That's how I know it, because I do it all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm more of an Ultramar guy. I got the app.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the app.
Well, I save 6 cents a liter every time right there.
Oh, do
And
you?
every
Right.
I'd say fifth or sixth fill up, it's 10 cents a liter.
I think you need that for the F-150
It's actually
Studio,
13 cents a liter. I just realized. It helps.
Yeah.
With a 135 liter tank, it helps.
Money matters.
See, money does matter.
Money does matter.
People say it doesn't,
It
but
doesn't.
it does.
It does.
What else do we have on our list there?
Yeah, so
DDT.
sorry, me leading the show is not very good, is it? Here?
Well, now I can help lead because we're stationary.
we're stationary.
We've
Parked before we get to the
decided-
border.
We've decided to wrap things up. We're at the gas station here in Ogdensburg.
What's going on?
Buddy just
Oh, there
came
we
back
go.
to his Escalade with his Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
Guaranteed Canadian hockey parent. I bet you anything. Down here for a game.
So let's talk about.
you going
weird-
off script?
No,
Oh,
it's on the list.
I thought you were going to talk about weird food or something.
Well, weird, yeah, but weird jobs. Remember we were talking
Yeah,
about jobs
okay.
earlier. Again,
I thought that was a great topic, and I thought it's too bad we're just throwing it in there today
thrown in the
because
wind.
that could be a foundational topic in a future episode too.
Yeah, but like.
Well,
for
you
what?
started
How-
off.
How many weird jobs have you had?
I haven't had a lot of weird jobs. I mean, I've had some weird things to do in great jobs, but
My weirdest.
you've had weird jobs. Eh?
Well, I've had, I think, at least one. I think everybody has at least
Well,
one
tell us about
weird
your
job.
weird job.
My weird job was when I worked for the carpet cleaning company.
Right.
So I was a phone sales,
Were you
phone
a carpet
solicitor.
bagger?
No, I don't carpet bag.
You've heard that expression,
Yeah,
carpet
yeah.
baggers?
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't
Yeah.
have to bag the carpet?
No, I didn't have to bag.
Did you
it.
have people that bagged carpet?
We
And
did
is it
not
really,
bag carpets.
Is it really as lowly as it sounds?
It's pretty lowly, but we didn't bag carpets.
Okay.
So the point was, I was in high school. The carpet cleaning place was down the road from the school.
Okay.
So it was, location I just walked. But I was a phone solicitor. I
Shall
would
we give
call
a
people.
Shall we give a shout out to the alumni of your high school?
St. Pius X.
St. Pius the X.
Just a fun note, Dan Aykroyd
Ah,
went to my high school.
were there a few famous alumni?
Jesse Palmer, whether you like him or not,
Jesse Palmer went to Pius the 10th.
he did.
No
yes,
kidding. Did he
yeah.
play football there?
He did play football. He got drafted by Florida. I think
He
Florida
sure as
State. Who
hell
were the
didn't get
Gators?
Okay.
And then he got drafted
I don't know
by-
anything about Jesse Palmer or Pius
Yeah.
X,
Well, not drafted.
but there's no way he got drafted out of there.
Yeah, he did.
No.
He
no
did.
way.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
No way. He had to
Yep.
play somewhere else.
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, they recruited him.
So an NFL scout came to Ottawa
Yeah.
to watch a high school football. Ontario, I knew it.
Tim Hortons
Called it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, surgeon.
So they
from
don't
Ottawa.
know. They don't know about the Dunkin' Donuts just up the road.
Exactly. Fools.
Okay, I'm going to have to do some fact checking later as to where Jesse Palmer played before he went to U.S. College.
He might have played for.
Oh, now here we go.
Well,
He
no,
might have.
I'm saying that. What's that Myers team? The Myers. They used to
Oh,
have
he might have
Myers.
played like junior football.
He
Okay.
might have, but
I just have a suspicion he probably went
But-
to like a prep school or something.
but the thing about it is this, as we know from hockey,
yeah,
they recruit you
sure they
from
do.
hockey.
Yeah.
From high school. Basically, you go to college right away.
Another thing we know is that we get way off topic with these side discussions because we're talking about carpet bagging, aren't we?
Right, we are. But what I'm saying is
Yeah.
Jesse Palmer was a carpetbagger,
Okay,
I
gotcha.
guess. Yeah, in the end.
So what was your
So-
worst job? What was the weird job?
So I was a phone solicitor.
Right.
Okay. For carpet cleaning. You could clean
Oh,
your
that'd
living
be
room,
awful.
dining room, and hallway for $39.95.
Did you have
on
to
a
like use
special.
an accent when you called people, or just
No.
normal?
No, it was normal.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got pretty good at it, actually.
Yeah. You were
My sales were about 60%.
of the calls you made, you
Yeah.
sold carpet services too?
Yeah, about 60%.
I'd say that's incredible.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. So
This
it
would
was
have been
so
in, what, the
here's-
60s,
in the 80s.
80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the weird part, is that my sales were so good, they decided to put me on as a carpet cleaner. At first as an assistant.
That seems counter.
How do you go
intuitive.
from exactly
If you're really good at what you do, let's put you
We're gonna
somewhere
put you on
totally
a-
different.
on the carpet cleaning as an
Okay.
assistant carpet cleaner?
Okay.
So I went around with some dude for a bit, and I don't know what happened to him. Why one day he didn't show up or something,
Yeah,
and then it's like, well, Darcy, DDT, you're. They called me DDT.
Did they call
back
you
then.
DDT back then too?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Cool.
It's like, well, you've done it a couple times.
Yeah.
Time for you to get out on the road
Oh God.
and start carpet cleaning.
Wow.
So me, I was
That
18
It was
years
probably
old.
life changing because then you realized I can't do this for the rest
Oh
of
well,
my life.
that was it. But
That's
I was
the best
18
thing
years
about
old.
Jobs like that.
Exactly. I was 18 years old, and here I am,
Yeah.
professional carpet cleaner.
God.
So I'm going around to these houses.
Yeah.
With the machines, going in, doing the living room, dining room, hallway for
Yeah.
$39.95 as the professional carpet cleaner.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good job, though. I don't think it's that crappy.
Well, people looking at us here.
Should
doing
stick
our
a mic in
podcast.
Some of these guys.
Yeah,
faces. Hey,
exactly.
what brings you to Ogdensburg? Me,
So
I
anyway,
don't,
that
like,
was-
okay.
yeah.
Cool. I can't think of a lot of really bad jobs. I mean, I worked at a gas station for a while back when people actually had their gas tanks filled up. That was
Yeah.
kind of crappy.
Yeah. Well,
But
now I'm
not
talking
even.
weird.
Weird. Okay, weird.
Me as a carpet cleaning professional at
Weird.
18 years old. That's a bit
Weird.
weird.
Some people might think it's weird,
But
but
scratching your beard with the mic.
yeah, it's a little itchy. Testing the roads for skidability with the MTO.
What the?
Yeah, okay, cool. That's kind of weird.
It is
eh?
weird.
Yeah, so one of my work terms through the University of Waterloo.
There's a job for that?
Absolutely.
Oh,
So
boy.
there were three of us, okay? Three co-op.
One of you stood around.
Three? No. Good one. I see where you're going with that, but no. So there were three co-op students from the University of Waterloo. We all were lucky. Like, this was I don't want to say prestigious, but it was a great job. Like, we
Yeah.
got great pay.
Yeah.
And it was based out of Toronto, MTO. And we were each assigned a technician who ran equipment to test Ontario highways.
Right.
Three specific tests. One was for how rough they were.
Okay.
Like how rough and
How
bouncy,
rough they
whatever.
were, yeah.
One was for something called, I think, channeling. Like, imagine where the wheels go on
Yeah,
the road, how
yeah.
they get lower.
Yeah.
They go down. So that was a
You
thing.
might
that
want
was-
to talk into your mic, but yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. I got me all excited.
I know.
Talking engineering here. So channeling, and then mine was skidability. So we had this $1 million
So
machine.
one guy did the channeling, one guy did the what was
Roughness,
the roughness, and
and
you
one
did the skiddability.
how slippery the highways were.
Jesus.
Okay. And basically, we'd all
How
head
did you
out.
measure that? You have to
Well, I'll
like
get to that in one
floor
second.
it and then
But we would
slam
go.
the brakes on.
We'd go around the province, right, during the work term, measuring these things. So I was a bit envious because my buddy who did the roughness
Yeah.
got a trip to Thunder Bay out of it. So they wheeled it up to
How would
Thunder Bay. So
How would you
stay
be
in-
envious about going to Thunder Bay?
Well, no, it's great, man.
I don't
'cause
understand.
any day out in the field, you got expenses.
Mike.
So you'd get a nice, you'd get a nice, nice hotel, 3 meals a day.
As a producer, I would like
touring.
to say
Yeah, I know.
talking to the mic.
Talk to the mic.
Yeah.
So that was it. And I'd say over that 4-month work term, half the time I was out and about all over Ontario
Oh,
testing
okay.
roads.
All right.
So how did it happen?
Yeah.
We had a pickup truck, not unlike the F-150 Studio,
Yeah.
which pulled a $1 million piece of equipment
Jeez.
that
They give that to interns?
well, I didn't drive. I was on the computer. And we would
They had
go
computers
to where
back
we were.
then?
Yeah, we would go to where we were assigned
Okay.
the work, and you would fly down the highway. You would hit a button, and it would spray a consistent amount of water onto the road right in front of the wheel on the trailer, and then it would lock.
Yeah.
And it would register how much friction was being applied by the brakes to over that
Make it skid.
over that series of road, right?
Right.
So yeah, we were skid testers.
That's interesting.
And,
That's weird.
Got a lot of good trips out of it and
Yeah.
great money. Hit it off well with the technician guy. I still remember his name, Franco Marcello. He was an amateur. He was an amateur referee for soccer at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good summer. I feel bad right near the end. I kind of left. I did my big project and I kind of left a bit early on him.
Why'd you leave early?
I think that was the summer I met my future wife as well.
Ah,
actually.
okay.
Yeah, and I think we had something planned. Anyways,
Yeah.
not a big deal. We had a great run. Good guy, fun job. But yeah, that might be a weird job.
That's
right?
a bit weird. You don't hear about
Testing,
that
like,
every day.
No, like skidding around on the highways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So did you ever wipe out?
No, like it was the
So
trailer.
what
that would
happens?
do the
Yeah, but
skidding.
if the trailer is doing the skidding, wouldn't
Yeah.
that like put a drag on the?
It would, but it was a big, huge truck that was built to withstand that.
Ah,
And
okay.
it had to be consistent. And the two main types of projects that we worked on were new highways and accident scenes.
Oh.
So it was a bit the Highway 69 bypass up in Sudbury.
Oh yeah.
When
yeah,
it was
yeah.
brand new.
I drive it all the time.
When it was brand new, it was right around, I guess, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was one of our jobs. We skid tested the bypass.
So what's that like? Because I drive it all the time.
Yeah.
So tell me what you found there. Is it dangerous highway or what?
I think no,
a bit dangerous?
not at all. Like
Yeah.
especially when it's brand new. I think you're just doing it to almost get baseline data
Yeah.
for the future. But what was interesting was where there were bad accidents,
Yeah.
we were brought in to see if there was,
Anything wrong with the road?
or not even what was wrong. Just to provide data, right? To run the skid test, give them data, and then let
Would you need the
everybody
would
else deal with it.
Would you need to testify in court?
No, I don't think so, because
No.
we were just providing the data.
I know, but still, it's like
I would
a
imagine-
doctor would testify in court to what they found.
Yeah, so potentially the engineers through the Department of Transportation might have to,
Ah.
but I don't think the grunt driving the truck would have to,
Oh, okay.
unless we were called to explain how it was
Exactly.
done. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that
it's
is a bit weird.
It was a bit weird. Yeah,
That's
bit,
a weird.
bit
You don't
fun.
hear about that job
Bit
all the
fun,
time.
though.
Yeah, a bit fun. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit fun.
My little carpet cleaning stint there as
Yeah.
a professional carpet cleaning.
Yeah.
I remember one job specifically where I was 18 years old. You're impressionable,
Yes, very much
right?
so.
Especially by the opposite sex usually.
Yes, especially a young DDT.
Exactly. Walked into this one residence where they had probably a 20-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah, that answered the door.
Yeah.
And the guy that I was with, we kind of both look at
And
each
you
other.
still remember this?
I remember
Wow,
it. Yeah.
okay.
The other guy I was with was the
Yeah.
same age as me.
Funny.
Somehow I was the lead guy on the job. But anyway, yeah, I
Because
remember
your
that one.
success in sales. You were
I was a brilliant phone solicitor for carpet cleaning at $39.95. You get your hallway, dining room,
God,
and
why don't you start cold
living room.
calling people and telling them they should listen to Cop Car Coffee?
I could do that. Yeah,
Get the listeners going.
yeah. If I got up to 60% of the phone calls I made,
Imagine.
hey, that
You could make
became
100 calls a day and we could get 60 new listeners.
60
every
new
day.
listeners. What's that per year?
Oh, I couldn't
60
tell you.
times 3,
I'm gonna have to-
65.
Gonna have to get my calculator
Yeah,
back out.
that's a lot. That's
You'd
a
get
lot.
pretty tired making more than a handful of
Oh,
calls
we got
every
a
day.
family out here that
Yeah, there's something
is
weird
gonna
going on. It's
look
like
at
a
us.
pickup.
Yeah.
It's a pickup, a meetup.
No, they're opening the trunk.
Yeah, but only the
hatch.
2 adults got out of the vehicle.
Oh, they're
4.
meeting their kids.
Yeah, like the 4 of them weren't there before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So that's weird jobs. And speaking of kind of
Let's
weird,
revisit weird jobs in the future.
Yeah,
though.
we should,
Like, that
yeah.
was just off the top of our heads.
yeah, but
right?
you usually only have one weird job.
Though I can, as I've
Let's
been
have the-
as we've been talking
You've
about
been
it,
thinking of
I've
more?
come up with a few other weird
Oh,
ones.
really? Yeah. For you?
Definitely. But we're
Oh,
saving
wow.
them for next time.
Okay, sure. And what about our good listener? This is the show where we're promoting you contacting us.
We're supposed
We
to
did
be
that
promoting
earlier,
it. We
right?
didn't do a great job.
Like we said that we're here.
We just
want to
hear from you. Yeah, we
Yeah,
want to
we're here
hear
to help.
more. Yeah,
We're here to help.
yeah,
So email us at copcarcoffee@gmail.com.
yeah. Or if you're getting our podcast right through our home provider, Podbean,
Podbean
there's all sorts of platforms right in there
that you can
to
contact.
share your. Yeah, like there's a
Oh,
wide
alright.
open chat board, man.
All right.
Can go right in there and just tell us how you feel.
Yeah.
Tell us how you really feel.
Tell us how
Yeah.
you really
Tell us how you really feel.
about the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's not like
and
we're-
don't like be honest.
Yeah,
we
we're
want to
not
hear the
controlled.
truth.
We're not controlled by the big man. Like,
No.
we can talk
Would
about
you
whatever
consider
you want.
us professional media?
No, amateur media.
We're amateur media, but are we
Amateur.
still journalists though?
No,
We don't report news.
we don't really do investigative
No.
journaling, do
Yeah.
we?
No.
But we could. This is what I was alluding to.
Yeah, I know. We were trying to think of a
we
new.
could mix
Do
it
you
up.
have any suggestions for how we could
Where you'd like us to go?
go with the podcast?
Yeah. Any?
Improve it.
Tell us where to go.
Swear to
That's
go.
what we want.
Exactly.
Tell us where to go.
Tell us where to go. Tell us where to go.
What else do we have, DDT?
Well, we have this kind of a weird thing. Speaking of weird components, weird jobs and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I don't know if I should bring it up. It's because it is kind of.
Well, if you
Little
can talk
lewd, I
about it in
guess.
4 minutes or less,
It's a little lewd.
yeah, maybe
L
save
E
it.
W
Maybe save it
LEWD.
for next time.
Well, I mean, the businessman's lunch.
Oh yeah, you already said you were going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by lewd?
Well,
so you
it's-
brought this up earlier,
Yeah.
assuming
I
I
don't-
knew what you were talking about.
I don't know how it came up. Do you remember how it?
I don't, but you brought it up, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I have never heard of that before.
I'm surprised.
So let's
you've
see
never
if the good
heard-
listeners have heard of that.
I am surprised you never heard of the businessman's lunch.
Never heard of. Honest to God, never heard of
I'm
it.
really
So
surprised.
tell us about it.
Well, the businessman's lunch takes place at a certain type of establishment, shall we say?
Well, just say what it is.
Strip joint.
Okay.
Yeah, takes place at the strip joint.
Okay.
And they usually have these specials where you can go as a businessman for lunch,
So I'm actually.
and they have like a roast beef lunch.
Okay, so right there, you're telling me you can eat at a strip club.
Yes.
Okay. So
And it's
I
a
didn't even
special.
know that.
Special to draw people in.
Yeah. So they don't always have food. They just kind of do it at
well,
lunch.
the lunch, businessman's lunch, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually I've heard it's a roast beef sandwich or roast beef type of meal.
Why would it be roast beef?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why they pick roast beef.
God, I can make a good roast beef now.
Chicken?
With the Dutch oven.
Maybe
and
if
the
they had some
searing.
fish. Maybe if it
We
was
got to get
fish.
back to Duff's recipes.
Dutch oven.
It's unreal, man. It's the best roast beef I've ever made.
Dutch oven?
And then we had it on tacos. It was like pulled beef tacos.
Wow.
Unreal.
Maybe they serve that for the businessman's lunch.
If they did, they might get more people there. Right? It doesn't sound like a happy
Well,
place.
I had a buddy that went for the businessman's lunch
Okay.
years ago.
Oh, I had a buddy. Okay.
Well, no, he's still a buddy of mine.
Yeah,
Still
so
one of my
you
good
no,
friends.
I'm not.
I still have a
I'm not
buddy.
making that joke. I'm
Yeah.
saying you're one of these people.
Oh,
that-
you're saying that I went.
It's you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
no,
just
it's
be honest.
not-
You went once, and
it's
how
actually,
was it?
It's actually not me, but we'll go
I'm
with
pretty sure it was you.
Maybe me.
So how was it?
Well, it was,
Roast beef.
I don't know, roast beef, and nobody was there.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note,
That's a bring down the show.
we
right?
got to get back
We
to
gotta
the
get
border
back.
here
There we
before
go.
they close it with the
Yeah.
snow squalls.
Exactly.
Super excited to do some investigative journalism into
Oh, yeah.
bad jobs.
Yes.
We could even do other
No, it's weird jobs.
weird jobs, but other people's weird jobs.
Like who's weird jobs?
And we could dig into the feedback. Hopefully somebody gets back to us with some weird jobs, and yeah, we could have a lot to talk about
Yeah.
on the topic of weird jobs.
Weird jobs that you've had, or weird places that you've eaten.
or
What's the
weird
weirdest-
people that talk.
What's the weirdest place you've eaten?
Okay, see, that's a good one right
Yeah.
there. I've got some.
Weird and wacky.
You know what?
That's what
Maybe
we
next
do
week,
the podcast as.
Maybe next week it's the weird show.
We got a couple of directions we can go in with the podcast.
I like the
After
weird.
today's thing,
I like
we got
the weird.
solutions, how we help people
Yeah,
find solutions to their problems.
but we're gonna go weird next week, I think.
All right, weird.
That's
Make a note of that.
car,
Oh, I thought we weren't going to say that.
coffee. Oh yeah, we don't have to. Are we gonna officially get away from that?
Yeah, well,
Okay,
I
shut her
thought
down.
we were going to do that today, but
Well, we're doing postcast soon, aren't we?
oh yeah. Oh shoot. Hang on a second. I got logged out.
So
Sorry,
we're like
people.
still talking away.
Yeah, we're still going. We're still going.
Awesome.
Oh, okay. We can end it.
Okay, so I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
All right. Oh, that was interesting. Eh? It was tough to focus.
It
in
was
this
tough
setting.
to focus. There's
Yeah.
like
But
driving.
we got stuff. We got stuff.
Snow squalls.
And I like the weird focus on weird next week.
Yeah.
We definitely have to have JB back for that one.
Yeah, he would know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.